how to do a slip knot and a chain stitch. So once you've got everything you need, I will link my beginner's crochet kit video in the description in case you haven't seen it yet. You are ready to start learning to crochet. Now for this particular bit, you only need your hook and your yarn. So firstly, you're going to need to know how to do a slip knot. So there are lots of methods of doing this, but I'll show you what I do. So I take the yarn end, wrap it around the back of my finger, come back towards the front and cross it over. Take the other end of the yarn, take it towards the back of my finger, kind of hold it with my middle finger, and then take the back loop over the front loop, and then pull gently down, and you have your slip knot. And this loop is what you want to pop onto your crochet hook, and just pull gently so that it sits nicely on your hook. Now you're going to want to decide how to hold your crochet hook. So I hold mine like this, which is called the knife grip or the knife hold, but some people like to hold it this way up, which is like a pencil, so it's called the pencil grip. Now I would suggest trying both of these holds, see which one is most comfortable for you. If one doesn't work, try the other, and it's just one of those personal preference things, so however you feel most comfortable is the best way for you. Next, you're going to need to try a few different methods of holding your yarn. Now this can be the trickiest part of learning to crochet because it is the key to getting your tension just right, and there are endless ways of doing this. I'll show you how I do it. I wrap it round my little finger just like this, bring it up to my top finger, around the back, and then I hold the yarn tail with my middle finger and my thumb. And we want to hold it so that this bit of the yarn is not too tight, not too loose, tension is just right. And when we are pulling on the yarn to use for our stitches, you can see it's flowing nice and freely through our fingers. Now, as I say, there are endless ways to do this, and you're going to want to just try as many as you can until you find what is most comfortable for you. Some people wrap it around two fingers and then come up over their top finger. I know some people maybe weave it through their fingers. Some people might wrap it around their whole hand a couple of times. There really is no right or wrong way to do this at all. If you find a certain way most comfortable, that is the way you should do it. And now on to the chain stitch. So we're going to get hold of our yarn, however we've chosen to try, hold our hook in whichever method we prefer, and this is how we do a chain stitch. So we yarn over and kind of twist our hook and pull up a loop. And there we have our very first chain stitch. And I'll show you that again. So we yarn over, kind of twist our hook as we do it to fit through the loop and pull through a loop. And there we have two chain stitches. Now we can keep doing this to practice our tension, and we want to be mindful of how we're holding the yarn here, and also we want to be mindful of where we are holding our hook, because if we pull our hook up too high, as you can see, we'll end up with a really big loop, a really loose chain, and that is not what we want. And also, if we hold our hook too close and too low down to the previous stitch and hold our yarn too tight, you are not going to get your hook through that stitch. And this really is the key to getting nice, neat crochet stitches. And if you look at this yarn, you'll see that is flowing nicely through my fingers. My middle finger and my thumb I move up as I'm doing more chains. Every couple of stitches I will move those up to help with my tension too. So this is what you want to do over and over again to get your tension just right. So in terms of counting our chain stitches, we do not want to count the loop that is on the hook. That is not a chain stitch. We want to look at the little V's, and that is what we are going to count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or we can also look at these little bumps down the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 chain stitches. So practice your chain stitches over and over. Decide how it's most comfortable for you to hold your yarn. Like I say, try loads of different methods before you settle on one. Decide how you want to hold your hook, and then come back to learn more basic crochet stitches.